I think if we continue to go down the path of trying to replace animal foods with all plant foods, we're going to strike many problems. And those problems will be health problems. We already see this in some developing countries where there is not enough animal food eaten by children. The children are stunted, they have problems with mental development and so on. Now, whether they can pass that on in terms of an evolutionary sense and change our species is very unlikely. It's just that those people are going to be suffering all their life from, you know, both physical and possible mental stunting. The big argument also is whether turning to a plant-based diet is more sustainable for the planet. And once again, that's something that the average untrained person believes is the case. But when you get down to the scientific aspects of farming, it's not correct at all, because if you're a farmer, you know that there is a lot of waste product from producing plants. For instance, if you grow a paddock of wheat, you harvest the seeds of the wheat. That's about 10% of the plant. Well, what do you do with the other 90%? Now that's biomass, that's food for something else, and in this case it's food we can't eat. We can't eat hay or straw, but we can feed that to an animal who can then live off that and grow larger, produce meat full of nutrients that we can eat. So if we go to a completely plant-based alternative, we're wasting a lot of material that we should be using to feed to animals that then we eat ourselves. The same with dry land farming. Nearly a quarter of the world is rangeland, which is dry country, particularly where I come from in Australia. You can't grow crops on it. You can't grow soy, you can't grow anything on it, except wild weeds and grasses. And our cattle eat that, and they turn something that we can't eat into a food that we can eat. Now, if we took that animal production of protein and food in general out of the equation, we're going to have hundreds of millions, 1 billion people are going to starve or have insufficient protein to exist, which can't be replaced with a plant source, because the land that people think they can plant the soy and so on is not going to grow anything.